Alright. Hello, my name's Shelby. I'm going to talk to you about voting for president today. Have you ever voted for president? It's okay if you haven't. In the past two elections in the United States, only about 55% of people who are eligible to vote actually did, according to voter turnout. So I've done a lot of research on this and would love to share it to you. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the voting process, how to vote, and why it's important to vote. The electoral process can be really confusing if you don't understand it, so I'm going to give you a little bit more insight on that. So there are citizens' votes and there are electoral college votes. Citizens' votes are mine and your votes. They're anybody who wants to vote that can, and they are actually all totaled up. They do it by states. So each state has its own population, and they vote, their citizens vote, and they count that up and get it totaled, which turns into an electoral college vote. So each state, depending on how large its population is, gets more or less electoral college votes. So a state like California has 55 electoral college votes because they have tons of people there. A state like Delaware is going to have a lot less because they have a lot less people. So at the end of when the citizens' votes are collected, they turn into whoever won, Republican or Democrat, they will turn into electoral college votes. So California would have 55 Democratic votes. So that being said, now you know a little bit more about how it works. I can give you a little bit more detail on how to actually get out and vote. So it's really important to get out and vote, but it's also really important to know what to do so that you can vote. Before you get out and vote, you have to meet the requirements and be eligible to vote. According to the U.S. Vote Foundation, you must be 18 years old to vote. You must be a U.S. citizen, and you must be a resident of the state you're voting in. So if you want to vote in Texas, you must live there. You can't vote in Louisiana and live in Texas. So if you meet the requirements to vote, you can register to vote. Registering to vote is a lot easier nowadays. You can just go online and fill out all your paperwork, whole 9 yards, and you're done. You can go to votetexas.gov to get all that information. After you register, you're ready to vote. Polling places can be found almost anywhere in the area that you're at. Most of them are going to be in like municipal buildings or county courthouses. But if you can't find them or you don't know where they are, you can always go online. They have a list of all the places that you can actually vote. So now you know how easy it is to vote. We can talk about a little bit why it's important. There are many reasons why it's important to vote, but I'm only going to talk to you about a couple today. So, according to reference, most economists and political experts agree that the greatest benefit of voting is that it's the most effective way for the general population to communicate and provide feedback to political powers that be. So with that being said, this means that voting gives you a voice. It actually gives you a say in what America does and what they're trying to do. America is built on people, and it's almost our duty to help out and choose the best candidate for our country. The second reason why voting is really important, voting is a right that generations of America have struggled to win, and that people in other countries still fight for, according to HuffPost. So this is a very important right, not only because we have it, but it's because a lot of other people in other countries don't get that option. They simply don't have a say in what their leader does or says. So we're really blessed to have this, and we're really grateful for it. But with that being said, if you have it, we need to use it. So it has a huge influence on the country, and we really need to take advantage of that and sway our thought process and sway our beliefs into hopefully the right direction. So now that you've heard about the voting process, you know how to vote, and you know why it's important to vote. Voting gives us freedom. It's a freedom that a lot of us don't have, like I said. And using this right allows us to actually, allows us to show our viewpoint on the world and what it's doing and what we think it should be doing. So I hope this inspired you a little bit to get out and use your right to make a change. So get out there and vote, because the world's waiting. And here's my audience.